Have you ever felt like life is just against you? Like every time you take a step forward, something pulls you 2 steps back? Maybe it's the weight of failures, or the frustration of not seeing immediate results. You've tried, you've put in the work, but the progress is slow, or maybe it feels like you're stuck in one place. Well, what if I told you that those struggles, the pain, the frustration, those are the very things that will shape you into someone stronger, more successful, and absolutely unstoppable? Think about this for a second. Did you know that most of the world's greatest achievers have faced failure after failure before ever reaching their peak success? We're talking about people who, by all accounts, should have quit, but instead they kept going. And in doing so, they transformed their pain into power. Take Thomas Edison, for example. The man who invented the light bulb failed over 1,000 times before he finally got it right. Imagine that. If he'd given up after the first failure, the 100th, or the 999th, where would we be today? It's not just about Edison. Oprah Winfrey, the queen of talk shows, was told she wasn't fit for television when she was younger. Can you imagine? Oprah told she wasn't cut out for TV? Yet, she didn't let that define her. She turned that rejection into fuel, and look at her now, one of the most influential women in the world. Then there's Steve Jobs, fired from the very company he built. Let that sink in. How many of us would have thrown in the towel after something like that? Not Steve. He came back stronger and turned Apple into the empire it is today. The key to all of this is simple. They didn't let their failures define them. They saw them as stepping stones, not roadblocks. They realized that those tough moments, those struggles, were preparing them for something greater. So, let me ask you this. What about you? What if the struggles you're facing right now aren't the end, but the beginning of something extraordinary? What if every challenge you face is not something to avoid, but something to embrace? Because here's the truth. The greatest transformations in life don't happen when things are easy. They happen when you're knocked down, when you're pushed to your limits, when it feels like the world is trying to break you. And that's exactly when you have to dig deep and decide, am I going to stay down or am I going to rise? Today, I want to share something with you that will change the way you view your struggles. I'm talking about a mindset shift, a realization that everything you're going through, every single challenge, is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. So, if you're in the middle of a struggle right now, you've got 2 choices. You can let it defeat you, or you can turn it into the very thing that fuels your success. And trust me, when you start seeing your challenges as the tools for your growth, you'll be unstoppable. This isn't some motivational fluff, it's the reality. Hard times create the foundation for greatness. The next time you face a setback, a failure, or an obstacle, instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, how can I use this to become better, stronger, wiser? In the next few minutes, we're going to break down how these struggles are actually opportunities, how they build your mental toughness, your resilience, and your emotional intelligence. Because the truth is, you're stronger than you think. The only thing standing between you and your success is how you choose to view the challenges you're facing right now. And once you start seeing them for what they truly are, tools for growth, you'll realize that you've been preparing for greatness all along. So, let's dive in and explore how the very struggles you're facing can become the catalyst for your success. This isn't just a motivational speech. This is about turning your pain into power. And by the end of this, you'll be ready to embrace every challenge ahead, knowing it's only making you stronger. Let's talk about something that's often overlooked, the power of adversity. I know when we're in the middle of a struggle, it's hard to see how it could ever benefit us. It feels like pain, disappointment, frustration. But the truth is, those tough moments, those are the very things that can shape you into the person you're meant to be. And not just any person, someone who's stronger, smarter, and more capable than ever before. Here's the thing. When we face hard times, our brains literally adapt. They change, they grow, they become stronger. There's something called neuroplasticity. the brain's ability to rewire itself in response to challenges. And when you face adversity, that's exactly what happens. Your brain starts to build new neural pathways, helping you grow mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. It's like lifting weights for your brain. The more you push through, the stronger you get. And the best part? This growth doesn't just happen in the moment of the struggle. It sticks with you. You become more resilient, more capable, more prepared for the next challenge that comes your way. Psychologists have long understood this. They found that people who embrace challenges rather than avoid them are more likely to build resilience. Resilience is that inner strength that helps you keep going when things get tough. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. You may feel like you're at your breaking point, but in reality, you're building something powerful inside of you. Every challenge is a chance to grow stronger. Every setback is an opportunity to bounce back with more determination. Think about some of the most influential figures in history. People like Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, and J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by publisher after publisher before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. These weren't just setbacks, they were transformative experiences. They took these struggles and turned them to the fuel for their success. Mandela didn't just survive 27 years in prison. He came out of it a more powerful leader, ready to change the world. And J.K. Rowling didn't let rejection define her. She let it drive her to keep writing until she finally achieved the success that has inspired millions. But it's not just about these famous examples. Think about your own life. Think about the hardest challenge you've ever faced. It could have been a personal loss, a career setback, or a moment when everything felt like it was falling apart. What happened after that? How did it change you? Did you stay down? Or did you rise? I'm willing to bet that, even if it didn't feel like it at the time, that challenge made you stronger. It built resilience. It taught you something about yourself, about your ability to endure, to overcome, to keep going when it seemed impossible. If you're facing a challenge right now, I want you to remember something important. You are building something inside of you. Right now, in this moment, even though it might feel tough, you're developing a skill, a mindset, a strength that will serve you for the rest of your life. That challenge you're in the middle of. It's not just an obstacle, it's your opportunity for growth. And the most incredible part? You don't even have to see the full picture yet. You don't need to know exactly how your struggles will pay off. But trust me, every difficult step you take is leading you to something bigger than you can see right now. You're becoming the person who will look back on these hard times with a sense of pride, knowing that you didn't just survive them, you thrived because of them. So, let's stop seeing our challenges as the enemy. Let's start seeing them for what they truly are, powerful catalysts for personal transformation. The next time life throws something your way instead of resisting it, lean into it. Know that in that moment, you're not just surviving, you're evolving. You're strengthening your resilience, your mental toughness, your emotional intelligence, and that's the foundation you'll need for success in any area of life. Think about it. You're not just a survivor, you're a warrior in the making. And these struggles, they're the training ground. They're not the end. They're just the beginning of the incredible journey you're about to embark on. The real question is, are you ready to embrace it? Now that we've talked about how struggle can shape us into something stronger, it's time to turn those challenges into real growth. It's one thing to know that adversity can help us grow, but it's another thing to actively use it to move forward. So let's take a look at how we can turn the difficulties you're facing right now into something you can use to fuel your future success. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. Growth doesn't happen when you're comfortable. It happens when you step outside of that cozy, safe zone you've built for yourself. The moment you push yourself beyond your limits, when things start to feel hard, that's when you're growing. The discomfort you feel is a sign that you're stretching yourself, that you're becoming someone new. I know it's easier to avoid discomfort. It's tempting to stay in a place where everything feels predictable, safe. But here's the thing, nothing worthwhile comes from comfort. Every time you put yourself through a challenge, Every time you endure a struggle, you're molding yourself into a better version of you. Think about it. If you never pushed yourself, never stepped out of your comfort zone, how would you ever know what you're truly capable of? The discomfort is your signal to grow, not to retreat. So the next time you face something difficult, don't run from it. Step into it, embrace it, and know that you are becoming stronger with every moment you push through. Now, I want you to think about failure. It's a dirty word, isn't it? We all hate to fail. It feels like defeat, like you've been knocked down and there's no way to get back up. But what if I told you that failure isn't your enemy? In fact, failure is one of your greatest allies. Stop seeing failure as the end of the road. Every failure is simply a lesson in disguise, a way for you to learn what doesn't work. Every time you fail, you're one step closer to your goal because you're learning something important. Think about Thomas Edison again. He didn't fail 1,000 times. He found 1,000 ways that didn't work, but every single one of those failures led him closer to his success. You might not see it now, but every time you stumble, every time you get knocked down, you're getting closer to the breakthrough you're waiting for. So, don't run from failure. Don't fear it. Reframe it. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to grow. As you face failure and discomfort, there's one thing that's going to keep you going when things get tough: resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to keep moving forward even when the world feels like it's falling apart. But here's the truth. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you build over time, piece by piece, with every challenge you overcome. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But here's the catch. You don't build resilience overnight. It's the small daily actions that build it. It's the decision to keep going even when you're tired. The choice to show up every day, even when the results aren't visible yet. Focus on what you can control today. Take a small step forward, no matter how tiny it seems. Write down your thoughts, set your intentions for the day, and be grateful for the little things. Those actions may feel insignificant, but over time they compound. And one day, when the next challenge comes along, you'll find that you can face it head-on with a strength you never thought possible. And as you build that resilience, don't forget about your personal development. This journey you're on, it's ongoing. It never stops. And if you want to continue growing, you have to make personal development a daily habit. Don't wait for a big moment to change. Every day, take one small action that brings you closer to your goals. Whether it's working on a skill you've been avoiding, learning something new, or even taking time to care for yourself so you can show up as your best self, every small step counts. Sometimes we get caught up in the idea that change has to be drastic, that we need to make huge leaps, but that's not how it works. It's the consistent, small actions that lead to big results over time. So, make it a habit. Each day, find something you can do to move forward. It doesn't have to be monumental. Just keep moving. I know this all sounds like a lot, and you might be thinking, but what if I fail again? What if I don't make it? Let me tell you this. You can do it. The only thing standing between you and success is your willingness to keep going. Embrace the discomfort, reframe the failures, and build resilience one small action at a time. Every time you face adversity, you have a choice. You can let it stop you, or you can use it to fuel your journey. The next time you're in a tough spot, remind yourself, this is your opportunity to level up. This is your chance to become better, stronger, more capable than ever before. And here's the most important part. Your best self is waiting on the other side of your struggles. The person you're meant to be, the one who can handle anything that life throws your way, is being forged in these moments. So, get up, get moving, and let's make it happen. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for the ideal conditions. The time is now. Every step you take is bringing you closer to the person you're destined to become. Your success is inevitable, but it's up to you to put in the work. So embrace it. Embrace the struggle, and keep pushing forward, because the best version of you is waiting, and it's ready to show up. Let's go.